welcome back. It is Thursday night, 8 o'clock. Once again, we are here for the Fight Council meeting. I am the fight director and head of the Fight Council, the Hall of Famer, Paul Atlas. And tonight, I want to start off the show with recapping, as you heard at the end of last week's show, the Fight Underground School is open for business. We are partnering with Rise Wrestling and the Stronghold Academy to bring the biggest and brightest stars to the Pittsburgh area and beyond. These academies have graduated some of the best around today. You've got people like the Main Event. You've got people like Brohemoth. You've got all kind of stars that have come through. Again, Brandon Kay running the Rise side of things, Dean Radford running the Fight Underground side of things. And that is a huge, huge deal. Now, bigger than that, as you have seen this past week, we've had the video drops. We are going forward. The Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship is set. We have Rev Ron Hunt, and we have the Beast Man, who will go head-to-head for the Fight Underground Championship. Now, what has not been set is the place where this match will be held. And that is where these videos came into play. As you see, there are people from all over North America, not just the country, all over North America bidding for the right to hold this championship match in their territory. And we are going to start off here with the first video that dropped, and Lou Marconi is going to plead his case. Let's roll that video.
There's going to be a match that's going to take place to crown the inaugural Fight Underground champion. The Beast Man versus Ron Hunt, or the Rev Ron Hunt, I should say. With all due respect, I'm not meaning any disrespect to anybody. There's debate, there's concern, there's discussions talking about where should this match take place? Where does it deserve to be held? Well, where else better than Northeast Ohio, my hometown of Cleveland? Why not? We just hosted the NFL draft. We've got the stage, we've got the lights, we've got the seats. Now all we need is the match. Let's make it happen.
And there you have Lou Marconi. Lou and I go way, way back. We have been opponents. We have been partners. Lou pleading his case to have the Fight Underground Championships take place in Northeast Ohio, the city of Cleveland. And again, this week I have my council members with me here. Bubba Brewer, I'm going to start out with you. What do you think about Lou's pitch?
Well, I have the utmost respect for Lou, but as the hat, not in Cleveland. But I'm just, I appreciate what he's trying to do, and it's great with all this aspect, but I don't know. There's a lot of lineage in Cleveland, but I'm going to vote no if I get a chance to vote, just because I hate Cleveland. And that's all I got to say, Paul.
All right. Well, we're getting a little sports town rivalry going there, I guess, in the mind of Bubba Brewer. Dean Radford, I'm going to bring you in, welcome you back again this week to the program. Lou Marconi's pitch to have the Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship match take place in Cleveland, Ohio.
Paul, there's so many things that have happened in Cleveland. I mean, the one big thing is that it hasn't been sucked under by Lake Erie yet. That's a big part. Wrestling wise, there's some time traveled. All of us have seen time in Cleveland, working for, Paul, I don't know if you ever worked for JT Lightning down there, but there's so many companies that have come out of Cleveland that, looking aside, I know Bubba, he gets wrapped up in the Cleveland-Pittsburgh war because he's such a sports fan, but realistically, there's been some major title changes in Cleveland. So is it the worst place? No. I could probably think of 10 different places that are better, like everywhere, but Cleveland could host it. And, out of all due respect for Lou, because I have much respect for Lou, if it was something that Lou was a part of, I would absolutely support it just because of how much respect I have for Lou. So
All right, very good. Thank you, Dean. Justin Idle rejoining us again this week. Justin, Lou Marconi, you know the man. His big pitch to have the Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship take place in his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio.
Listen, before I get into this, Bubba, I just want to talk to you real quick. The word is lineage. Lineage is what a lot of things have happened in Cleveland, not lineage. Lineage. Now, truth be told, a lot of our fans probably didn't even catch that because they're illiterate Muppets just like you. But I digress. Cleveland is truly a lovely town. It's a lovely town. And I'm not just saying that because it's only about 2 hours away. It wouldn't take us long to get there. But, as Dean said, a lot has happened there. There's a lot of history in Cleveland. It's good. I mean, I still would like to see what other options are out there. But as of right now, Cleveland is my number one choice.
All right. Thank you, Justin Idle. I have to say, there's a lot of animosity between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Oh, by the way, thank you for the grammar lesson that you gave to all of us tonight. Bubba, no disrespect, but I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. But like I said, I have a long history with Lou Marconi, and I have to say that if Lou thinks the Fight Underground Championship is a big enough deal to bring to his hometown, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I have to give it consideration because, again, Lou Marconi, former NWA national heavyweight champion, multiple times over. He fought all over this country, as myself has. Like I said, we've been enemies, we've been friends, we've been champions, we've fought for championships. So if Lou thinks this is that big of a deal, which it is, believe me, then I have to give it consideration. Moving into our next video drop that you saw this week, we are going to see Darren Smythe. He's going to make his pitch for the Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship. Let's roll that video now.
What's up, everybody? This is Fight Underground Councilmember Darren Smythe. I know we have a match coming up to crown the first ever Fight Underground champion. And a lot of places have been asking to hold the championship match in their area. And I'm sure you're going to get a lot of offers from people, but look, I moved to Florida several years ago, and it's hard to find a place with more rich wrestling history than Florida. You're talking Eddie Grahams and Dusty Rhodes and Briscoes, the National Wrestling Alliance. Even now, WrestleMania, the first huge event with fans in attendance, All Elite Wrestling in Jacksonville. Florida is a perfect place to crown the first ever Fight Underground champion. And I would hope that the other Fight Council members and everybody that's involved would consider Florida for this great opportunity.
All right, Darren Smythe making the pitch for Florida. And I have to admit, it was a very good pitch at that. He's very right. There is a long, long history in the Florida area dating way back into the 60s and 70s and 80s. He talked about the Grahams. He talked about Dusty Rhodes, the Funks, a lot of great talent that came out of the Florida area. Not to mention the fact that it's warm there. Hey, beaches, this could be something. But again, the pitch being made, everybody wants to have this championship match. Let's hear again from Bubba Brewer. Bubba, Darren Smythe's pitch to hold our title match in the state of Florida.
Well, I used to live in Florida, Paul. And also, Justin, thank you for that grammar lesson. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that is something down there. Florida is a very hot spot for wrestling. Even when I lived down there, it would be something. And if we get the vote, I'm going to vote for the Sunshine State if that's how we're going to do it. But I think we're going to have other opportunities. So I have to see everything on the table. But yes, having that title down in Florida, beachside would be great. But as long as Justin don't go, I'll be happy with that. So I'm going to go vote for the Florida one. So thanks, Darren.
All right. Well, maybe Justin would buy a mojito or something. You guys can smooth things over. I don't know. Speaking of Justin Idle, we had the pitch to hold the heavyweight championship match in Florida by Darren Smythe. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I have some thoughts. First of all, Darren Smythe, we haven't seen him for so long. He looks good, doesn't he? He's got that little beard going and everything, but he hasn't changed a bit. Which leads me to my next question. What the hell happened to Dash Bennett? My God. I mean, man, I guess they went opposite directions with their life. Darren to Florida, Dash to the buffet line. I don't know. Good times down in Florida. Florida is doing really good, is looking really good on Darren Smythe. I would love to go down to Florida. I've got some honeys down in Florida, but I wouldn't want to go with Bubba or Dean. I don't want to see those two whales beached up on the sand. No one wants to see that. They'd be chasing all the honeys away. But Florida is a nice, hot, warm place. Lots of things go down in Florida. And I'd love to see Fight Underground down in Florida.
All right. Thank you, Justin. And, in Dash's defense, it was all you can eat. So I think he's still actually at the table, by the way. Anyway, I digress. Dean Radford joining us once again this week. Dean, you have heard the pitch from Darren Smythe in Florida. If you can get your composure together, let's see what you think.
Well, listen, I'd rather be on the beach with another whale like Bubba than the crabs that come out of Justin's ass. So we're good. So, look, hey, I haven't seen Darren in like 30 years. And, he does look good. Justin, his beard actually looks better than yours. But Florida, Sunshine State. There's been a lot of history with wrestling shows on a beach. So, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Paul, this is trending pretty good. I think that we're going to have some more hits because it just feels like something's building here. So, maybe as this trend goes and continues, it'll be interesting to see, we always say, but wait, there's more. But I definitely say Florida over Cleveland. That's 100% sure.
All right. Thank you, Dean Radford. And yes, you are right. These are not the only two places vying for this Fight Underground Championship match to take place. As I stated before, it's not just we're not just getting inquiries from all over the country. We're getting inquiries from all over North America. So what you want to do is you want to stay tuned to our social media channels. We are going to have more pitches for the Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship match to take place. So there's going to be a lot for the council to chew over the next few weeks as we get ready to present that Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship match between Rev Ron Hunt and the Beastman to crown the first ever Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship. So stay tuned to our social media. There will be more videos dropping as we speak in the upcoming weeks. We will talk more about these different sites, and then this will all culminate with the announcement of exactly which city will get the Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship match in their territory. So I want to thank my council members for being on this week to discuss this with me. We will be back next week, as we always are, Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. Good night for now.